Coach, you want to start us with an opening statement?
Sure. Not a lot to say, really. I mean, I think Crowder would have beaten a lot of teams in the country tonight. I thought he was excellent. I thought he was throwing 2 pitches where he wanted early. He had the change later. It was just on. I mean, he was in when he wanted to be. He was away when he wanted to be. Nobody's really stuck it to our offense like that all year. I just thought it was the fact that he controlled the day. And that's really all I have.
Okay. We'll go with questions for the student athletes first. Please raise your hand and identify yourself and your outlet before you ask.
Todd Golden with the Tribune Star. Randall, what, from your perspective as a batter, what made Crowder so difficult? I know you did get the home run off of him, but what made him tough today?
I mean, he was attacking the zone, you know. It's like, I mean, he was spotting every pitch that he wanted to spot, like, you know. It's like, and like we just gotta do a better job, like attacking the pitches, you know. It's like that's why everything that he was doing, you know, was like just attacking the zone, like, and get a foul like early and get us out of balance.
Randall, again, what was kind of the mood in the dugout among the offensive players trying to get a read on Crowder? Was there any discussion in the dugout about anything that could be done to try to solve him?
I think we need to do a better job, like, to keep the energy on the dugout, you know. It's like, I feel the guys, including me, like, we were like down a little when they like scored 2 runs. We need to do a better job, like, on the dugout and all that, just bounce back, like, more quicker, you know.
Burke Ranger, D1 Baseball. Zach, I know you're no stranger to throwing multiple innings out of the pen, but this is your first start of the season. How did that change your preparation for this outing as opposed to coming out of the pen?
I didn't really change much. I kind of just did what I usually do, short game of catch, and be ready to go out there.
And then what did you think was working today, or were there any pitches that weren't working for you today that worked better in the conference tournament last weekend?
I think I was probably struggling a lot more with the fastball. The third inning, I think I was just started hitting that curveball. I was able to throw that for a strike, and that's what helped me out to get through those last couple innings.
And then Randall, as a leader of this offense and a leader of the infield, you got a short turnaround tomorrow. What do you tell the team to get them ready to play tomorrow afternoon?
So we need to come to the field like all the energy that we need to be like since the beginning, since BP, since we get out of the bus, you know. So I'll make sure that we're gonna bounce back tomorrow.
Any further for the student athletes? Thanks, guys. You're free to go. All right, questions for Coach?
Mitch, what was your sense in the dugout of how the batters tried to get a handle on Crowder?
I just, I think when a guy's got some velocity and he's landing and hitting spots, we talked about doing a better job of getting on top of the baseball. I think a lot of guys were getting beat. He did a good job mixing in a breaking ball, and then he was cutting his fastball once in a while, and I don't know if it was by accident, but I think it certainly helped him. You'd look up there and it sure looked like it had some cut away, and it was 92, I think, and then you'd see 94, 95 on the four-seamer. So I think he did just enough by cutting it, whether he was doing it on purpose or not, of really keeping us off balance. I didn't feel like he really came in a lot, and then he tried to come in on Diaz and he hit the home run, and from that point he pretty much stayed away. I think from my perspective, it was trying to figure out how to handle a bullpen and not blow it all, not use it all when you're not scoring runs. Try to figure out a way to stay in the game, and it's a task when you walk 9 people. But we were just trying to keep running some guys through there and recycle some guys through to try to keep it at least a 1 or 2 run game.
Perhaps it's academic, but Crowder early in the game got ahead in counts. I think he was ahead on 8 of the first 9 batters. I mean, how much do you think that helped his whole outing a little bit? He never really had to work too hard through those at-bats.
Well, I think the ability to land pitches, I don't know if you guys kept track. I was trying to, but I think it was it might have been the 6th or 7th inning before he missed up. And when you see that, you know a guy's really, he's on that day and he's moving it in and out, but he just wasn't missing a lot. And when he missed, he was missing into the shadow zones or missing into good areas. He wasn't missing back to our barrels. And that's what really made him so effective. When he missed away from barrels, and he didn't miss up until it was the 6th or 7th. I don't count Keto in that because he's 5'6", but in terms of the guys I watched, he just didn't miss up.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the decision to go with Zach today and what kind of played into that?
Well, if you followed us the last month, you know we've struggled to get the first 4 or 5 innings. So we just kind of flipped it tonight. The thought was if we could get Zach for 4 or 5 and flip him and Jared, it might be beneficial to us. I really wanted to get a little more out of Pruitt, but he was erratic. You know, we were hoping to get 2 innings out of him, and that caught us a little bit.
And then is Cuts the guy tomorrow?
No, we'll throw Hayden tomorrow.
Okay.
In the back.
Graham Cuda was giving you a coach. You guys have lost Friday games all season and bounced back in one. Now you're staring down the hole tomorrow, elimination. How do you think this team will bounce back starting early tomorrow?
Well, we'll find out. I mean, obviously, that we've just had some gaps offensively that the guys need to pick it up for us. It seems like we've had a few guys since the conference tournament started that just haven't really been swinging it, and it seems like that has cost us a little bit. Just felt like those guys that haven't been swinging it as well are in a hurry. They're not taking pitches. They're not seeing pitches. They're up there trying to get the AB over with, and that really helped Crowder too, because I thought that section of guys, I thought there were 2 or 3 really quick innings.
Matt Stevens on, I guess, Mitch. Crowder's 32nd career start, 15 other. I imagine you had a book on him, but was it the cutter that just kind of surprised you guys more than anything tonight, or was there something specific he was doing that you didn't have a book on?
No, we faced him. He came in relief last year at our place in about the 7th or 8th inning, and we ended up playing a 15-inning game. And Crowder pitched all of it, and we were fortunate we hit a walk-off home run against him in the 15th. So we've seen him before. We know what he's capable of. I think he's. You'd have to ask Dan in terms of his consistency over time. But I've seen him a few times really, really good like that. I mean, we're an hour apart, and we see each other in the fall and in the spring twice. So we definitely knew what he was capable of, and knew if we let him settle in tonight, we would have our hands full. I think the big thing for me, and I know you guys probably saw it too, his composure on the mound was excellent tonight. You could just tell that he was ready to go and he was in the fight, and we were going to get his best.
Any further for Coach? Thank you.
Good.
Appreciate it.